Well, welcome everyone. We're so happy you're here. I'm Marcy Lingelbach. This is Karen Barnett. We are the co-founders of the New Earth Almanac. Woo! Excited to be hosting this event, and we just want to thank everyone for being here. We're so happy that each and every one of you are here, and we're looking forward to a wonderful day.
We sure are. Thank you so much. We did want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Robin Healy Jewelry. We're wearing some of her beautiful stuff tonight. So please do check her out. She's also a contributor to the Almanac. So it's just sharing that beautiful space of our artistry and our wisdom tonight. We also want to thank Brooklyn Brothers Pizza. That's right here. Thank you. And I'm so grateful for the support. And we also are just planning something. So save the date sometime in January. Actually, we're so solidifying the date, but we're going to do a gathering together with the Almanac, family at Brooklyn Brothers. So we're looking forward to doing that all together. Definitely stay tuned to the meetup. Your Nashville meetup on meetup.com is where we are doing these live events, and obviously all through the Almanac we get to meet different contributors and writers and artists. If you're in the room and you don't know the Almanac yet, check us out. And we'd love to hear from you. There's so much talent in this town, but also in this space. And Earthfire Botanicals, Veronica and Ed, we are both here today. Amazing magical elixirs, and there's a whole table back there, so please, at the end of the show, come and check them out, come meet them, sign up for their mailing lists. And we are going to have a raffle. Oh, they're going to have a raffle, so there's some goodies to be given tonight. So thank you so much for all your help and support. Really, really appreciate it tonight. So without further ado, we are really grateful to host this event for everyone tonight. Eileen Bray, amazing Celtic Kirtan. I know she will introduce all the amazing musicians here on the stage, but we are going to welcome our opening spoken word, Angela Lynch.
Just amazing, right? So it wouldn't be Celtic Kirtan with a little bit of fire. So I'm just pre-warning you. We got some fire going on here with this one. Yeah.
I let my wild out. I untied the knot from my bun. Its messiness sits on top of my head, wanting to be let loose. But I was told the wild in me must be reined in. My hair must be colored and combed and coiffed to present myself in accordance with the permissions of the comfort level of others. While the wisps fall along my face like hanging tree branches, anxiously waiting for a gust of wind to blow and stir and move them with the rhythm of nature. I let my wild out. I let myself speak without thinking, fumbling, bubbling words from unchecked thoughts, and allowed the raw emotion to come out, spill out, pour out. Righteous anger rose up and spewed words I was told not to say because they might trigger, hurt, embarrass. That authenticity from rage of so much unjust, but to speak up, speak out, bring forth, bring through, transmuted mind to feel, to show, to express, to yell, to scream, to screw up, chew up, and heal. I let my wild out. I woke up one day and lowered the cherry lens of a shattered picture show playing out in costumes of a world gone mad, clown shoes and clown lives wrapped up inside an altar of lies and wishful thinking rules the skies. And I looked around and said, this place of make-believe is not for me. And I am ready to leave, so I went outside and found a space to celebrate this epiphany, stared out the clouds and began to laugh until I cried so peacefully, tears mixing with rain and unity and awe. I let my wild out. I looked in the mirror at the woman staring back at me and said, show me who you are, hiding behind the fears of being told I'm not enough or I'm too much. I said, so what if I am? I see all parts of me and I'm here to claim my sovereignty, and I listen to your rules for thee that censor my freedom of speech. Oh no, that no longer works for me. I'm going where I want and can just be places where there's community and we are free from all the slavery and trapped inside this cult of personality. I let my wild out. I'm at home dancing by the fire under the moon, allowing the sweat from the flow of moving every part of my body to cleanse my spirit, to allow the darkness of my shadow to be enveloped by the night and remind me that there is nothing to fear except not being brave enough to be fully alive. To come out from behind the hermit walls and hermit mind to take a chance on what I might find beyond the womb of solitude and comfort. I call to thee, like minds come forth and see if so inclined to align in this realm of fire and ice where magic lives, and all is intertwined. I let my life. I stopped hating the crookedness of my face and the curves that draped me, shaped me, made me the quest for perfection that held me hostage in quicksand, dancing between realms of shoulds and shouldn'ts, from a place where everything is made of sharp corners of cardboard. I stopped. I went deep inside myself and found within me all that is real. That is what I love in others, the flaws, the shadows peeking out of reality, where one gets swallowed up in time, swimming in the yumminess of just being fucking real.
Yeah.
I let my wild out. I let the savage parts of my soul wake up and be seen without permission, knowing that going into the abyss of my being is where the light shines, where the night pines, where I draw the line down my own spine, stop sitting on the sideline, hurt in my own mind, the sands of time say to me that what is mine with which to be intertwined within the connectedness of mystery is here now, to be aligned. I let my light. I'm freeing myself from the binds of a shackled mind programmed to always be kind, realizing that kindness is not as it seems behind the mask, behind the scenes. What matters indeed is authenticity, to step outside the lines of rigidity, a rat race of industry stealing all my energy, keeping me from the other wildlings who just want to be free from the insanity. I can see, and I'll find a place to daydream with lucidity of all that is heavenly, living life with synchronicity, and where I can be myself fully and unapologetically. I let my light.
So we're actually going to open the space. Yeah. We're going to open the space and we're going to call in the directions with gratitude, a shamanic way. So north is this way? Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to get up and move around things. You can if you want. If you want to face the direction, you don't have to. You can just sit and be mindful of the directions. We're going to call in the 4 directions and Father Sky, Mother Earth, back into our heart. So we just want to settle in that fire. And we are going to start by calling in the north. I'm going to do a she do it, I'm balaka do it, tarhun, and Iha Shah, and Iha Speshiet on Shah, great star and gravy. Energies of the north, come to us tonight on this special night. Come to us in this special gathering. We call on you now as we celebrate the winter solstice. We call on our ancestors. We call on our great dawn, the salmon, teaching us wisdom. We call on Maktira, wolf, teaching us intuition. The north, the direction of winter, and the element of earth, for all that you bring. Milabuikas, Shah. And then we move energetically to the east, on Guyanor, on Shrianor, on Balakanor, Tarkun, Nishani, and Shaw. Winds of the east come to us. Falkishta, welcome. An Ilar, great eagle, showing us to live from a higher perspective. Agus mantra Ishka, otter, teaching us protection and playfulness. Agus on Breed, Bridget, great goddess of the springtime. Great protector, we ask you to cover us with your cloak of protection. We feel you this evening. Then we turn to the south, and Guyanas, Darkun, and Shlianas, Balakanas. Winds of the south come to us on Nahar serpent, shedding skin, teaching us to shed our identities. Bear with your strength. Lua Azania, sun goddess, goddess. The south, the direction of summer and the element of fire. We celebrate Byautana. And we turn energetically to the west. On Guyanair, on Shlianair, on Balakanair, Tarkun, energies of the west come to us. The great deer, Nafina, the mighty stag and the gentle doe, Ban Nakasfar, man and woman, honoring sacred masculine and sacred feminine. And Shinnach, the fox, teaching us to live beyond fear. Manaman Matlir, god of the sea, the west, the direction of autumn and the element of water. We celebrate Lunasa. Fortishtakas, Mirwakas, Sha. And then we put our attention to Mother Earth, Danu, our Vahar, Pachamama. We thank you for all that you give us, for the food that we eat, for the shelter we live in. We thank you, we honor all the beings on this planet. We honor those above us with feathers that fly in the sky. We honor those on 2 legs, we honor those with 4 legs with fur. We honor those on the ground with scales, all living beings. Agasan Shi, the fairy folk, we honor you, the sacred sites. We have stones here from Ireland, we know your energy is with us. For all you give us, thank you. Sha. And then we look up to Father Sky, Dapta, Nahar, Pachapapa. We acknowledge Father, Son, and Grandmother Moon. We acknowledge our brothers and sisters in the star nations, galaxies known and unknown. We acknowledge all in the upper world, the place and wisdom of the angels and our guides, and all spiritual beings. May weakness, thank you. And then great gratitude and great humility, we go within and we give thanks to great spirit that exists within all of us. On spirit, Dia, God, and Dia, Goddess. The unmeasurable source of all love, of all creation, of all energy. We express our gratitude, our weakness for the blessing of being alive on this spiritual journey right now on planet Earth. And we give thanks and we honor. Sha. Shine. I worship the Celtic goddess of sovereignty by Jennifer Huddle. Jennifer is from Alaska and she lives in County Kerry, Ireland, and she is another fire goddess. I am devoted to her. Her presence flows as Bone, the Milky Way goddess, and as Danu, the great Earth Mother. I remember her like the oldest of memories. I know this land, Dalvia, the giants and the dragons, King Arthur and Solon King. The Celtic goddess of sovereignty here goes way back. Deep into time, she's been dancing her cosmic dances, Pallades over Ariel. The heartbeat of our ancient song is as loud as a drum. She says, sing to the stones the song of the land. Honor the great beauty. Give your blood back to the earth. Allow a great descent into the underworld too. Defend fiercely when necessary. I ponder her myths over and over while walking this land. But does it really matter what the myths of the past say? Or does it matter what new myths we make? I am devoted to Mother Earth as the sovereignty goddess. She is not of the past. She is as alive as the molecules of the air I breathe. She is of me, and I am of her. This is what I stand for, awareness of the maternal. Mitochondria line back to the ancient female wisdom keepers as a living, breathing, pulsing flow of energy. Really, all female ancestresses have the same dreams. We dream of sovereignty. Those dreams have lived in the womb for eons. In ancient Irish lore, a druidess is her land. She feels it. She is one with it. These words from the great queen, sovereignty of self, summed up. To the Celts, sovereignty was not simply the right to rule over a clan or country. Sovereignty was a divine power that was granted by the goddess of the land. The goddess and the land were one and the same, and the sovereignty took on the guise of the mystical or divine woman. The word sovereign is Sanskrit samran, which means self-rule or self-ruler. Another meaning of Raj is luminous or radiance. Thus, there is a connotation that sovereignty is not only ruling over oneself, but being in the state of inner radiance. We on Earth need goddess consciousness to reveal Earth's inner radiance. The sovereignty goddess is not a figure from the past. She is now. She is living energy. She demands we claim sovereignty over not only our feminine energy and emotions, but over our very identity. I worship the goddess of sovereignty. Is there anybody here who has not been at Kirtan before? Okay, so Kirtan is not a performance. Kirtan is a collective experience. It's about every single one of our voices. So everybody here is going to be part of this experience. And so please drop into your sound, your unique sound, whatever it feels like to you, whatever it is. It could be an ah, it could be an oh, it could be an oh, but just your sound, all of you. Join in and be part of this. We're going to start, we're just going to tune in a little bit. And then we're going to into across the Ita, which is Amazing Grace in Irish. And then into a chant from the Kundalini tradition. So how this whole thing got started was when I got introduced to Kundalini yoga and the mantra, I thought to myself, this language is so familiar. This language sounds like Irish. I was like Shakti, Shakti 7 in Irish, Shakti, it's like the same thing. I'm like, okay, these are kind of all the same. So I just decided to mash them all up. So it's kind of like a mantra mashup, is really what it all is. Across the Indian spin, through many dangers, joys, and snares, we have already gone. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the wisdom that is existing within me, that exists within all of us, that existed within the sages and the masters that came before us, the wisdom that they breathe out, we breathe in today, that exists within all of us. So this next little one was inspired by this book that I'm reading called Love Without End. And it's a book, take it or leave it, but it's where Jesus actually channeled to this artist for months. And in it, he talks about pure, what we come from, which is pure energy and what we're made of. And he referred to them as adamantine particles, which are pure love. That's exactly what we are at our core. So when I thought about it and I thought, well, what if we didn't even have names? What if we just introduced ourselves as just love, peace? And so, hello friends, Ish Nisha Ro, I am love, I am peace. And it's kind of like traditional Irish, as we would say, a traditional Irish ditty. And Om Shanti, peace. Is Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Is tu Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Namaste, Namaste, Oh, it's Shia Khan. You have too much of it. Not good. It's simply, I'm all right. So this one is honoring our Shisha, our ancestors, and also merging it with a chant from the Kundalini tradition again in Gurmukhi, Ang Sang Wahi Guru. Ang Sang basically meaning that we are one limb. We are one limb of the whole. So just driving it home, there is no separation. We are all the same. We are all one with our ancestors. We are one with everyone on planet right now. There is no time. It's all happening at the same time. So this is another mashup between a traditional Kundalini chant, Satsiri, and with this one we are going to honor any and all loved ones who have passed on. Satsiri, City of Call, Maha Call is the great deathlessness. And this is the chant that's chanted in that tradition to help souls pass over. So, and I paired it with Oro Shita Bahawalia. Oro Shita Bahawalia is a ballad we grew up singing in Ireland. And it was written by Padraig Pearse, who's an amazing revolutionary in Ireland and a rebel and a teacher. And he was executed in 1916 as part of the rising as we defended our land. And so he wrote this in honor of Bronwyn Wade, who was another badass woman from like the 6th century. And she was the daughter of a boat captain. And she wanted to have her fleet of her own boats, but he said, no little missy, not with that hair. Women don't captain boats. And she's like, okay, watch this, and shaved her head. And ended up with her own fleet of boats, and she defended our shores against invaders. So Bronwyn Wade is revered. So Padraig Pearse wrote this for her, Oro Shida Bahawalia. She was jailed, and Oro is like a battle cry. Shida Bahawalia. Bahawalia is, Vaha is your way home, Awalia is home. So when I heard this, I'm like, well, our birthright is our home in the other world. So I thought, okay, that resonates as home to me. So here is this mash. There's a lot more to that song. We do it another time. We hope. This one. Okay, so this is like probably the most difficult chant in the Kundalini world. It's Rake Rakanahar, or as Max likes to call it, Baked Alaska.
Oh, last one was Hawaii.
So it's just a very rhythmic chant, and when I heard it first, I thought, oh my God, that'd be great on the barrel. So. So this, okay, thanks, yeah. So this is ancient script 1, which is the ancient language of the Druids, before there was language. So it's read from the bottom up. So this is Gra, which is no, G or A, Gra. So that's what this is. If you find it to beat on this one. Next one, drum. Sure. and then after we do Rake, we are going to chant Satya Agasirsha. Satya is truth in Sanskrit. Sirsha is freedom in Irish. So truth and freedom. Rake Rakinahara Bubariyan Guru ki veri paya Karshasavariyan O apte alom manahona Vizariyan Sari Janaka Sangaval Jalatariyan Sari Kindaka Dushka Mai Vidariyan Jesus Sai take Jesus Marita Suka Hoya Sakala Luka Jai Rake Nahara Pubariya Puri Biberi Paniya Kashisariya Oh Apadea Sariya So I came across something that just illustrated so profoundly the similarities between the Vedic culture and the Celtic culture. And this is the Song of American and the Declaration of Krishna. And it just illustrates how similar the cultures are. This is the Song of American. I am the wind that blows across the sea. I am the wave of the ocean. I am the murmur of the billows. I am the bull of the seven continents. I am the vulture of the rock. I am a ray of the sun. I am the fairest of flowers. I am a wild bull in the valley. I am the salmon in the pool. I am a lake on the plain. I am the skill of the craftsman. I am the word of science. I am the spear point of the battle. I am the God who creates the head of man and the fire of thought. Who is it that enlightens the assembly upon the mountain, if not I? Who tells the ages of the moon, if not I? Who shows the place where the sun goes to rest, if not I? Who is the God that fashions enchantments, the enchantment of battle and the rules of change? And the declaration of Krishna. I am the taste in the waters of summer cool. I am the silver ore in the rivers. I am the sound of eating and man. I am the pure fragrance of earth and brightness of fire. I am the life in all existences in the austerity of aesthetics. Know me, O heart, to be the eternal seed of all existences. I am the intelligence of the intelligent. I am the splendor of the splendid. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of desire and passion. Indeed, I am the desire which is uncontrolated by the Lord of the harvest. And whatever states of being there may be they harmonious, passionate, skillful, know that they are all from me alone. I am not in them. They are in me. Oh. Okay, what's correct? There she is. Soothingness and lightness. Here. Okay, so the reason we're bringing Karim up here is because, you know, this is all about the new earth, and it's all about the new paradigm, and it's all about. Oh, they're not. So real, right?
Yeah,
They were working. They were working. They're really good. So anyway, so this new earth is all about breaking down borders. There's, you know, the global tribe are forming. This guy. So it's all about merging cultures, and that's what this is all about. So Corinne is Palauan American, and her mother is this amazing wise elder. And so we got together, the three of us, and we came up with what we call our first New Earth mantra, which is soothingness and lightness. So I will explain the Irish part, and Corinne's going to explain the Palauan part. But soothingness is Irish for deep, deep peace. Like you can imagine just looking at a lake that's like a mirror, and the peace that you feel looking at that inner peace, that's soothingness. And the lameness is?
The lameness means to borrow vision. So it's really a mirror of soothingness, and the lameness is a mirror of soothingness. So the best way you can describe it is all of us here, we understand empathy, empaths, and empathic gifts. These are all things we speak the language of. But to take it into the lameness is to move it from the 3D, we're in our world where I can feel your feelings, to the room, to the community, where it's not just, oh, I felt your energy. I feel all. It's how you enter a space and you're aware of who's in the room with you. Willingness is just a healing. It's a cultural way of talking. When we are aware of each other, soothingness, stillness, no waves, no rough water. Willingness is peace, but it's also community peace, creating that space. It's just walking with awareness. It's so beautiful. There's no other word that I know of. But so sing it and know that that's what we're doing.
And the last part is Bolo I say, which
Bolo I say
allowing.
is like, that's it. Like amen or aho or, you know, it's all good. Like, let's seal it, the seal. Let's do it together. Yeah.
So the second part is Bolo I say, Shanae. Shanae is Irish for that's it. So it's soothingness, maligness, Bolo I say, Shanae. Yeah. Oh. So let's see this together.
Yes. What? Yeah. Yes. Beautiful video.
I think that's his first, that's his live debut.
Yes.
All right, so this one's called, see, normal kirtan's call and response. This is kind of like a sing along, but so this one we're going to do a call and response, and we're going to honor Bridget. So it's going to be Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti. Sarva Shakti. To do it. Pardon? Namo Namo. Adi Shakti. I can play it. Adi Shakti. Sarva Shakti. Namo Namo. Kritam Bhagavati. Kritam Bhagavati. Kundalini. Adi Shakti. You get that? You get into it. And then we're going to Solstice Vida. Solstice is light in Irish. Solstice Vida, the light, the fire. Bridget is the keeper of the flame. So Solstice Vida is Bridget's light. All right, just a couple more. So this next one is called Age. And Age is inspired because I went to Bridget's. I went to her monastery, where she had a monastery in Kildare, Ireland. And it was really beautiful. And we did a 3-hour walking pilgrimage, and we walked to her well. And when we were there, this beautiful, really conscious nun, the most conscious nun I'd ever heard in my life. She was talking about energy and the universe, and it was really beautiful. And she recited this mantra in Irish, and it was Eish le Kyo na Klina, Eish le Kyo na Name, Eish le Kyo na Doyle. Listen to the music of the universe. Listen to the music of the birds. Listen to the music of nature. And I thought, oh my God, that's so beautiful. You know, I just want to sing that. And so I just kind of expanded on it and added some more in there. And I'm just going to do the rock, one verse of rock, and then we go into Age. Rocket, rockin' a heart of Gurki peri paya, kajasvaya. Oh, peya, no, Sarjana Sangha of the Jalatari Sarikinda Kutushka Mai Vedariya Tis a Saibi Kiteka Nanakamane Mai just a Simmarata Suga Hoy Sakura Dukeja just a Simmarata Suga Hoy Sakura Dukeja Isht lekyon nakrana Isht lekyon name Isht lekyon abdulra Isht lekyon abuiha Isht lekyon nakriya Isht lekyon abdulra Isht lekyon agli, Isht lekyon atashi, Isht lekyon achri, Isht lekyon adura, Isht lekyon neshi. That's one of my favorites. I love it. That's pretty new and I love it. So I've always had a sort of soft spot for Francis of Assisi and his reverence for the animals and the earth. So I put this one to music. And, added in the mantra Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, which is may all beings everywhere be happy and free. Lord, give me an instrument of your peace, where there is hatred, let there be love, and where there's injury, pardon. And where there's doubt, let me so fade. Where there's despair, let me so hope. And where there's darkness, let there be light. And where there's sadness, let there be joy. O divine Master, grant that I may be not consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it's a giving that we receive, it's a parting that we are pardoned, and it's a dying that we are born to eternal life, and it's a dying that we are born to eternal life. instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me so loud. Where there is injury, pardon. And where there's doubt, let me sow faith. And where there's war, let there be peace. Where there's division, let there be unity. Where there are differences, respect. Where there is conflict, tolerance. And where there's anger, calm. Where there's depression, hope. Where there's fear, love. Where there's loneliness, community. And where there's cruelty, compassion. Where there's dis-ease, kindness. Where there's tyranny, freedom, your own. Lord, make us instruments of your peace. Let it be so. All right, so this is the last one. This is Long Time Sun. It's mishmash with Om Mani Padme Hum and Sat Nam. Sat Nam is truth, is my identity. Truth is who I am. Om Mani Padme Hum is the beautiful Buddhist mantra that invokes love and compassion. And Long Time Sun is an ancient Celtic lesson that is traditionally used at the end of Kundalini yoga classes. But it's actually a beautiful Celtic lesson. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure life within you guide you. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you. Guide your shine upon you. Oh Lord, surround you and the pure light within you. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh Lord, surround and pure light within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way Goddard Bannock Team Tosser, Lachlan in for this card. O'Sheil's Son's Baron on Town. A quicker the cream, milk the cream heart. Not like Shelly to the Spain, nor we concert to the winter. She on the same wide inch whom he saw was Bannock Glory. It's been Eileen Bray. May the blessing of light be on you, light within and light without. May the blessed sunlight shine on you and warm your heart like a warm truth fire. Thank you so much for coming. I want to acknowledge these amazing musicians here with me. I'm so honored to be here. Beautiful Max Neiderle. Thank you so much. Clarinet, sax, Jamie Collins on a native flute. Thank you so much. Katie Doyle here. Together I used to, and it's just an honor. I haven't done it so long, but I miss her. My soul, with her my soul sister. Spencer Strand over there, hitting the skins. Thank you so much. We've never ever done this before, so this is a first in almost 30 years. So this was an honor, so thank you. Thank you. But also, again, I want to just thank again the sponsors for tonight. Robin Haley Jewelry, please go check her out. Earth Fire Botanicals, Ed and Veronica. Such a great support. Brooklyn Brothers Pizza and the New Earth Almanac, Marcy and Karen. I mean, like flipping goddesses, just amazing. Thank you so much. This was their idea. This was all their idea. And Patrick who owns the space. We wouldn't be in this space only for May. I don't know where she is. I can't see. Okay. Sorry. Thank you so much for this space. This has just been magical. Thank you so much. So a big thank you to everyone for coming, and I'm honored, and I give thanks to the four directions and energies that came in and held us tonight in spirit was very much here at the field. So honoring all of that. So Mila Buik is 1,000 thank yous for Mila Malka. Thank you so much. Play something because there's a beautiful songwriter here in town, Laura Powers, and she and I collaborated on a piece for the Solstice. They don't play
Yeah, exactly. Starting so I'm waiting, waiting for all this shit. Yeah, so there's a car. Yeah. So, like my stuff, if I be ordering boxes of
usually Laura Powers.
watching all this shit. Yeah. So ready to go. Ready to go. I would say, yeah, I think that's full trigger. Yeah, I know. I can't imagine how. Yeah. It's crazy. So now we're just next March. Oh, nice. I got a guy. Stuff's lined up. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's very exciting. Yeah. What about you? I know. Just so good. I can take care of my Yeah. Specifically the first time I did it, like I was getting up to the top of it. I heard the last yeah. As it was getting up there, it started to feel like floor. As I came up over the top, I was just like, just trying to get to the top. Like drive, you know, like, yeah, so I got the top, you know, like floor, you know, like up there. It's kind of crazy. It's just like, yeah, looking at it, you know, what's called the saddle. You're over the saddle, it's just like, so it's like, you know, find the energy, but it's like, yeah, you feel it, you know? Like you just feel like you're good, you feel like, Pretty steep until I got to the beautiful. I was just going there. Coming down, I was like, yeah.